only just a quick one for you today because we all like a quickie every now and then, don't we? So what I've got for you is a review of Girl of Now. So this is the new Elie Saab fragrance. And I've got this little sample. I've tried it a couple of times in the shops and then managed to get this sample. So I've given it a couple of wearings, that's all. Not this isn't a thorough in-depth review, just giving you my overall thoughts on the fragrance. And I kind of had reasonably high hopes because one of our group members in the group that I'm in, Fragcom UK, Miss Anne, who has an excellent nose and excellent taste in fragrances, said it was actually pretty good. So I had high hopes for it, and the notes sounded similar to one of my all-time favourite fragrances, which is Mon Precious Nectar from Guerlain. That's quite expensive, so I was really hoping that it could be an alternative to that. In short, it's not, but it's also, I think it's not bad. It's pretty nice for a female designer fragrance. So I've just sprayed a little bit here on my wrist now. I'll just show you that again, and I'll read you, the notes are on the back. You can read them yourself if you like. However, I think they might come out back to front. I'll read them to you. So it says an addictive note of almond textured with orange blossom and patchouli. That's all it's saying on here. I think there are more notes on probably on Fragrantica and elsewhere. What do you need to know? Well, if you like La Vie est Belle, you'll probably like this. If you like Armani C, if you like Black Opium, it's in that ballpark. It's the beautiful gourmand orange blossom fragrance. You definitely get the almond, which I love. I love almond in fragrances. And what you get with this fragrance is strength. So I had, when I first smelt it in the shop, there was a card that you put it on. It looked like a little, like a paper flower. So I sprayed it liberally and I kept it at home. And every time I walked past it, I could smell it. Literally like for about 2 or 3 weeks. I'm not kidding you. The stuff is really, really strong. So I'll give it a thumbs up for that. But, does it stand out from the crowd? A little bit. What this fragrance has done is it's picked a very popular genre. It's picked the La Vie est Belle pond and it's done its own take, and I think it's done it quite well. So it doesn't stand apart, but it stands just a little step away from that. Just because that added almond note, it does make it a little bit different. I guess if you like Poison Girl as well, that could also be in that same area, if that makes sense. It is quite sweet. It is a bit too sweet for me, but I think that if you do like those kind of sweet fragrances, then you'll have no issues. It's not ridiculously sweet. It's not cloyingly sweet. It is just a bit sweet, but there is something in there that's cutting through and balancing it out though. I think, did we say patchouli? There's something, yes, there is patchouli. There, it may be the patchouli, it might be other things not listed, but there's something in there that cuts through, balances the sweetness out, which is quite nice. It grounds it a little bit. So basically in the opening you've got like a honeyed sweet orange blossom, you've got a nice almond note. It's not ridiculously candy sweet like almond. It's a nice almond note, and there's some grounding smells within that seem to stop it from being too sweet. Giving it a full wearing, I think it does change slowly on your skin, in that the almond does dissipate slowly to become almost non-existent. The orange blossom remains throughout the whole wearing, but it does calm down and it does get less sweet as you wear the fragrance. I don't get massive changes. It doesn't morph from one thing to another. It just undulates through the life until it's just, you know, a sweet, musky, powdery kind of floral gourmand. So yeah, it's nothing amazing, it's nothing groundbreaking, but I think it is a good release. I think it's going to be popular if people go out there and sniff this, and I think the bottle's quite appealing. I think if people get sniffing, they will like it. I think that it will appeal to, definitely will appeal to young girls, but it's also got the power to appeal to an older lady. Older lady, I don't imagine a very elderly lady is going to want to go for it, because it might just be too playful and too sweet. But I think that anyone really sort of 50 and below could potentially want to wear that and be quite happy with that. As I say, for me, it's not full bottle worthy, just because I am really fussy. It's very hard for me to find a female designer fragrance I want to own, because they don't step away too far from the standard, and I get a bit annoyed with that. Had I not become a frag head, had I not discovered the world of niche, I would own a bottle of that, and I would probably only own about 5 bottles of what was available on the standard shelves in designer stores. That's how it used to be for me. I never had more than 3 or 4 bottles at a time of fragrance. So I'm pretty certain I would have bought that though, because I do like it that much. It's just, for me, being into niche and stuff, it's just a bit too normal. I think it's very crowd pleasing. I think it's a safe buy as a gift for anyone if they like the fragrances I've already mentioned. If you love Orange Blossom, which I do, then it's well worth a sniff. And if you love Almond, again, definitely give it a sniff. It is beautiful. But I will be sticking with Mon Precious Nectar from Guerlain. Yes, it's a lot more expensive, but I get a lot more complexity from that, and it's not quite so sweet. And I just, yeah, I do love that one a lot more, even to justify the cost difference. But I do give Girl of Now a thumbs up. I give it 8 out of 10 for its smell, 9 out of 10 for performance, and 6.75 for originality. And versatility, will give it an 8, because you can pretty much wear it anywhere. It's very flirty and fun, so it's probably more suited for casual and dates and that kind of stuff. You could definitely wear it to the pub, but I don't see why you can wear it anywhere really. So I'm whittering on. It's supposed to be quick. It was supposed to be quick. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll speak to you all soon.